What do you like about the makeup of this team right now as you guys hit this critical stretch of the season?
We won hockey games. No, no, we're getting contributions from a lot of different areas. It's goaltending was good. Some of the top guys got going again, production-wise. I thought the bottom six checked well. I thought PK was really good. So yeah, different areas.
Is this the time of the year where you expect to see players so young as what you have here take a real jump and see a lot of improvement at this point of the year?
Yeah, I think so, and I think we've seen that, right, which is really nice. A lot of the first-year guys are playing some of their best hockey, and even some of those second-year guys are playing real well, and then obviously your older guys know how to play and contribute.
And especially talking about this stretch coming up here, about the final third, and I know the big phrase was dog days of winter. Now that it's starting to warm up, you're getting close to the end here, and you're in a really interesting position, not too far off the lead, but still far enough away from missing the playoffs that it doesn't seem like that's going to be a big issue. What are you hoping to see out of this group as this playoff push continues for seeding here?
Well, there's a lot of divisional games left, right? So our biggest thing is to take it a game at a time, but we're trying to climb up the standings for sure. And we play a lot of those teams that are ahead of us. We also play the guys who are behind us, so let's make sure here that it's game by game, focus on our next shift, and next game is the biggest thing.
And especially for tomorrow night's opponent, a Texas Stars team that's ahead of you in the standings and one that you could easily reach here in the next few games, even if things break the way that you hope they do. What are you seeing out of this Texas team as they come to town tomorrow?
Good team, veteran team, can play with some pace. We got to be ready, and the transition game is really good, so we'll be. That's the biggest thing for us here.
When you play teams like Texas and Iowa a lot in a short span, like you're doing right now, does it give a slight playoff feel to it, or a little more of an edge to the game?
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
And then, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
In that game Sunday against Iowa, you get a hat trick out of Dylan. What does it do for confidence in the locker room seeing a guy like that who, just explodes for points like that and has a really strong day?
Yeah, it's great. I think everybody was really happy for him, and the team was really happy for him, right? And right time to do it. And I think he's been playing some of his best hockey the last 4 or 5 games here. Not just production, that's come as well, but he's checking better, he's above guys, he's playing the right way. So good example for the young guys to see that, things don't always go your way throughout the season the way you're hoping, but you stick with it and good things will happen.
Cole Gottlieb gets an NHL goal the other night for a rookie. How valuable is this experience for him as a rookie to be up in the NHL and at least get a taste of it for a little bit?
Yeah, it's great. I thought he looked really good. I watched the third period of that game, and really happy for him, happy for the organization that that he's able to come in and play like that. And who knows what's going to happen down the stretch, but he definitely played at that level, so it's great to see.
Is he kind of mature for his age, would you say?
Yeah, I think you played 4 years at college, right? And you're the captain of Denver. You win the national championship. There's some pedigree there when you come in, and you can tell he's coming from a culture that's used to winning, and just the way he plays on the ice and how he behaves off the ice.
You've had a lot of guys on this team this year get a shot up in the NHL for at least a little while. Yeah. How valuable is that to their development and to having them ready for the playoffs when they can be around the brass up there and the veteran players up there?
Well, I think it's great. It's great for the development, and it's also the reason we're here, right? They're here because they want to play in the NHL. They're not here because they want to play in the AHL. They want to play in the NHL. And if you have that culture that you reward guys that are playing the right way and playing hard, I think it makes it a lot easier for us down here. But I think it's been great for their development and great for our organization as well.
That's good. Cool.
Awesome.
Good.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Coach.
So how long has it been since you had a hat trick, huh?
Yes, I think the last regular season game of the year, actually, last year.
Okay.
So.
How special is it still when you have that night where the puck's going in like that, huh?
Yeah, it feels good. Obviously, to get a couple nice bounces like that. Usually too, it's like if you are getting one, it's an empty net or something like that. So it's nice to kind of have them all on a goalie, I guess. But I guess when they come in bunches. So hopefully, keep building off that.
Coach was saying that it seems like you've been playing your best hockey in these past 4 or 5 games here. What about this past week or so has been different compared to the rest of the regular season?
Yeah, not much. I think over the last couple, like you said, little stretch here, I thought I've been pretty good. I think the last 3 or 4 games here that we had kind of good chemistry with that line there. It's obviously with scenes up, they've been awesome all year. So it's nice to step in, and obviously there's a reason why they've been having so much success because they see the ice well. They play the game the right way, so it's nice to kind of jump in and fit in there nicely.
I'm hearing the guys come down the hallway saying, "Don't let them get hot." You know, what's the mentality like in the locker room right now as you guys get ready for this playoff push?
Yeah, it's good. It's you know, obviously big win on Wednesday, and then obviously go down there and take one on the road there is obviously big. But yeah, like I said, talked about earlier, you know, we have, I think 85-90% of our games are conference games, division games, where, you know, it's either a team above us or a team behind us chasing us. So it's obviously big. You know, the room's nice right now. Keep it positive. It's always better when you win in like that. So you know, big week here ahead.
What impresses you about this team? What makes you feel really good about the IceHogs going forward?
Yeah, I think we're a dangerous team. I think being in the league now for a little bit, you kind of know guys on other teams, and it seems like any time I talk to a guy that's on a different team, they're always kind of praising our team and that we're pretty deadly, pretty dangerous. You know, I think you see it when we're playing at our best. We're a tough team to slow down. I think offensively we're really good, and obviously our goaltenders have been solid all year. So I think, you know, it's a matter of come playoff time, push comes to shove. But I like the way we're trending right now for sure.
We've had a lot of guys from this team get their first NHL goals this season. Cole Guttman got his the other night. What does it do for the spirits of the team when you see your teammates having that kind of success?
Yeah, for sure. It's awesome. Obviously, on the bus ride home, a couple guys were watching the game. So when Gutty scored, they were all swarming around the little screen there to see it. But yeah, it's awesome to see guys have success. And I think for some of the younger guys that maybe haven't got a taste yet, it kind of shows them that they are closer. If they see guys going up and producing and doing well like that, it gives them a little hope as well. That's always good, and especially, you know, a time like this, you know, guys can use all the confidence that they can get. And you know, a guy like Gutty, it's great to see him go up there and obviously score and get some confidence. And hopefully we don't see him for a little while here.
You mentioned you like the way this team is trending right now, and not too long ago we were talking to you guys about, you know, a 6-7 game losing streak. You know, what about this team has changed in recent weeks to put you guys in the position you are right now?
Yeah, honestly, I don't think a lot. I think that was definitely a tough stretch there. I think, you know, as the season goes on, I think teams kind of, you go through those, no matter if it's end of the year, start of the year, middle of the year. I think, you know, kind of our motto was it's better to kind of go through it, I guess, at that point in the year than later on. And but like I said, I think it was, I don't know how many games it is, but like 18 of our last 20-something games, it's been gone to OT. That was our first regulation win in however long, so we're right there. I think, you know, you saw that one with the shootout, 16 rounds. Just games like that could go either way at any time. You know, you're not getting the bounces, stuff like that. So I think it was important that, you know, we were getting points during that stretch there. And, you know, now that we're getting the bounces going our way, hopefully we can go on a run the other way.
All right.
That's good.
Good.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Thanks.
You got a whole lot of division games coming up here, including this week. You know, does that have you guys kind of looking in your chops like this is the time where you can really make some hay in the standings here?
Yeah, I think after break, we took a look at it. I think it was like 20 or 21 out of our last like 28 or 29 were division games. So, yeah, it's that time of the year. It always is in this league. And either you separate or it gets crazy tight. So, you know, we're obviously looking to do separating, and hopefully it's heading in that direction.
What is it about this team that gives it a chance to separate, to pick up some speed here down the stretch?
Yeah, I think the depth. You know, we have 4 lines that can all do it, play pretty much any way you want. And then we are, you know, we're missing 2 to 3 D already, and that, you know, our regulars in our lineup, and you know, I don't think we've missed a beat really as far as that side goes. And then in net, I mean, throw either one of them in there and we feel great about it. So, you know, just looking to minimize your weaknesses down the stretch, and seems to be doing that.
As a veteran, just how much do you enjoy this stage of the season right now?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, you do go through enough of them, and you know, there's certain times where you know what kind of team you're on and what a possible ending to the season looks like. And then there's some teams, you know, throughout my career that I've been on where you might just be looking towards the end of the year. So, but it's a different feeling in there with this group, and you similar to the last time I was back here, where we all believe in the group. We know the type of players we are and the group that we have and the depth, and it usually leads to good, long playoff runs.
You mentioned the tightness of these standings right now, and I know between the top 5 of those playoff eligible teams in the Central, it feels like it could go really any way. How do you keep composure and just keep a level head just when there are nights when things don't necessarily go the way you'd want them to, and just keeping focus in these last 24, 25 games?
Yeah, I think just playing to your game, like you're not going to win. We're not going to win 24 straight, right? Like you're just not. That's part of hockey, but understanding that other teams are also playing to either catch up or separate as well. So there's going to be games where other teams get beat that maybe you didn't think, or they have 3 games, 3 nights, and you're sitting there waiting for them, and whatever it is, you just kind of have to capitalize and just. At this point, everybody has their systems, everybody has their style of play pretty much, and just have to really worry about ourselves and clamp down and play your best hockey. Some nights it's going to work and some nights it's not, but I think we play the way we want to more often than not. Usually seems to work out in our favor.
You mentioned that style, you mentioned that identity. What do you think is different about the IceHogs compared to the rest of the division that's going to make them stand out and hopefully make that separation like you've been talking about?
Honestly, a lot of the teams play very similar. We play a Texas team that's very fast. Tomorrow, big and fast. Milwaukee, big and fast. I guess if you want to look at our forward group a little bit, maybe a little small, but another team that's, we're very fast. And I don't even know who else is in there. Manitoba, fast team. Iowa, fast team, skill team, but, they like to lock it down a little bit more than some of the other teams. So, a lot of it's similarities. That's just the way hockey's going now, and a little bit of a copycat system, and that's kind of the way a lot of teams are built. So again, focus on what we like to do and play our system, and hopefully it'll work out.
The trade deadline coming up, is there much discussion about that on the bus and on the plane, in the locker room, or are you guys really not thinking about that at all?
Yeah, I don't think so. It's, again, a lot of that's way out of our control, right? You're not even in that league, and then you got to worry about what's going on. It's just, I've been a part of it for a lot of years now, but, and look, I've been traded at this time of the year before, but a lot of it is out of your control, and if it happens, oh well, you move on, it's life, but, it's a unique stage of where the organization is, and it's tough because it's way above my pay grade to plan anything out, but I think that's kind of the message I've been getting across to some of the younger players is guys, they have a method to madness and they're never going to tell anybody about it. So I think that's what we need to learn as a group, younger group of players, and I think it's been pretty level-headed in there.